Welcome back to another Palm Wine Central podcast episode. I am one of your hosts, Unkle AK. With me, I got my other host, T. What's good with you? Welcome back.
Hi, I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Great. Hannah, how you doing?
I'm good. It's been a very chill day. I'm ready for this episode. Let's go.
Yeah, so happy Tuesday, everybody. We always record on a Tuesday. So whenever you get the recording, hopefully on a Friday or Thursday, you know what I mean? So today we have tons of, rapid fire questions. Some of them you got to think through. Some of them, it's just a rapid, yes or no, but it would be nice to get your reason to why you pick one over the other, so let's make it fun. You know what I mean? Let's start like this. Well, first of all, what's new with you guys? Or let me start with Therese. What's new with you? You've not been here for a minute. So I guess the listeners are wondering, what's up? What's new with you?
Nothing new. Really, nothing. I guess I'm alive. It's a new month, so.
Oh yeah, happy new month, yo. September, almost fourth quarter. Hopefully everybody got, what they, like people say, new year, new fashion, right? New resolutions. Hopefully, that list that you made, you've ticked off at least half, because we're already past half the year even. So hopefully you've ticked off half. If not,
people still have their list. I ripped mine since the end of the first quarter.
Nah, my own, I decided to go back and revisit the 12-week year. So I'm about to implement that. Like I'm about to take that list and do it in the fourth quarter. I'll create magic. Something that I've never done before, but I know I will. So, yeah, definitely getting there. Anyways, wait, what about you, Hannah?
What's new with me?
Yeah, what's new with you since the last time we recorded?
Nothing much.
New hair.
New hair. There we go. Thank you, Therese. And I went to the beach over the weekend for Labor Day. That's about it.
Yeah. And you guys just can remind me of it. Happy Labor Day to all the laborers. Hopefully the one day count. You didn't spend much money, or you spend the money that you've been working. Whichever one. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You know what I mean? 3-day weekend, So pretty cool. All right. My first question to you guys is this. Would you rather have $100,000 in cash or a degree from Harvard?
$100,000 in cash. Easy.
Okay.
I'll take the cash.
I get to keep my degree right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take the cash.
Okay. I'll take a degree. Just because. I mean, bruh, the name Harvard. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I mean, okay, I guess I could open some doors for you. Or you can keep the current degrees you have, take 100,000, make some moves for yourself.
No, for sure. I don't deny that. But I definitely do know for a fact that those Ivy League colleges, once that thing is on your resume, yeah, I've seen and I know people that just walk through doors and things are just handed to them just because they have those big universities.
But you didn't make any of the connections from Harvard, right? So like when they're like, oh, so-and-so and da-da-da, you don't have any of those memories. Like you didn't.
Well, it's up to you. That's where now like they say, faith without works is dead, right? That's where you take that degree and then you take what you know and you make it work for you. Because it's not about a momentary thing. It's a long-term thing. 100,000 could be done tomorrow. You could go buy a brand new car. You could go put down payments on a house and all whatnot. But then, what then after that? But that degree will go 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years for me.
Not necessarily yours. That's bold for you to assume that because you have Harvard on your resume,
I think
you're
so.
just gonna walk into all doors. You know how many people have Ivy League degrees out here and are not making it?
No, I don't.
Okay. There are people out here.
I do know a lot of people who have it and who are
Exactly. But I'm saying you're only picking one scenario that it has to. But I'm saying there's a flip side to it. Just like how you brought the flip side of the money that it could be gone next week, that degree could not do anything for you either.
I personally think that if your parents wasted all that money and sent you to those schools and you came out and did not, and you nothing, you know what? Let me keep my thoughts to myself. But just know, yeah, they wasted. They could have taken that thing and bought a G-Wagon and be driving it till now and let you go to a community college and still get the same result.
Well, I do know that it takes more than just a degree to succeed in life. So that's where I'll end.
I'm gonna say they say it's who you know, not what you know. And so again, if you didn't actually go there, you don't really have those connections to open those doors.
So you don't think that just having a name on your resume would open doors for you?
I think it opens some doors, but the amount of doors that you're thinking, I don't know.
But that's where I get to make that happen, right? You give me a degree. I'm going to go on LinkedIn and start finding other people from Harvard and I'm going to reach out to them because closed mouths don't get fed. Now, if I reach out to 100 people, I promise you, 5 out of that 100 will be a yes. I'm not saying that they will not respond. No, like 50 will respond and 5 must be a yes. I'm banking on that. I know that for a fact. I'm not even going to, no, I'll not let myself take no for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. T and I will sit with the 100K.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You know, money is money. Don't get me wrong, money is money. But it's a longevity of it for me, not the moment.
You can make the 100K.
I can stretch 100K in so many ways. So
okay, next one. Could you date someone who refuses to ever get on social media?
Like, even if you send them a funny video or
No,
something,
they're not just like they're not going to sign up for social media. It's not about sending, like they're just not going to sign up for social media. Like they don't want no social media presence. For me, it's a yes.
You would date somebody?
Yeah. With no social media presence? Yeah.
I don't know. I think.
So wait, why wouldn't you want to date somebody who is not on social media?
Because why aren't you on social? Like, not to say like, it's very odd to meet somebody who's really, really not, like, you can have it and just not go on it, but you at least have created it. But to like have never ever created it and never going to, I don't know. I can't look you up. Like, I don't know. I have to go just based on, I don't know. It's, I guess, a little, I'm not saying like unsettling, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know. What do you think, T?
I would. I mean, there are worse things that they could have been engaged in. So I can, at least that gives me a space that they're not in. I can go there and act a fool. Because if you're in a relationship and your boo is on there, you know, you have to start acting in a certain way, right? Not like you're pretending, but, you know, you have to represent them well. Someone can tag them, but, you know, that would be my own little corner of the world, another corner of the world where they're not there. So I wouldn't mind. I'm trying to get off myself, but I'm already hooked. So if they're not hooked, I can't fault them for that.
Yeah. I guess like for me, it's just because social media is a big part of like my downtime and what I do, so I'm talking about funny videos, or it is where I get like a lot of my news sources, like clips of things. And so like I guess I'm trying to send you stuff and you can't see what I'm talking about. And you don't know what I'm referencing, dude. Like you don't know the little funny memes when I do whatever, like, cause you've never seen the video. You don't know because you never had social media. You're missing out. I don't know. I mean, like,
You said something about look up. Could you break that down? What do you mean by you can't look them up?
look what up.
No, you said you can't look the person up from social media. Like, what do you mean by that?
Oh, like, I don't know. I feel like some of my social media, like what they post kind of gives you a small insight into like, who they are as a person. So like if you share your social media with me, I'm gonna go through it. So like I'm gonna look at your pictures, like, okay, like this is the stuff that they might like, or this is kind of it just gives me a little bit of a sense of who you are as a person, like the stuff that you're willing to share. Like if somebody gives me their social media and it's like a whole bunch of just like nasty stuff on the time, like I'm like, ew, like, okay, you give me the ick, like I'm not going to engage in that person, right? If I see somebody who posts a lot about their family and they go to church, like, you know what I mean, it just gives me insight into who they are. So if I can't look you up, I just have to go by your word. And what if you're lying, you know? Like, what if you are like, oh, I don't have any social media, da 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 da. Meanwhile, you have two families, working on the third. I don't know. And not to say that you can't do that with social media, but at least I could do some detective and I could probably find something that gives me like a little flag.
Okay.
Then,
Like they say, joint bank accounts for couples, right? For married couples and things like that. Now, should they flip it and say, on top of that, should they add social media accounts too? Like have joint social media accounts?
Why would we have joint social media accounts? I mean, unless that's how we're making money, I just don't see the use for it.
Maybe you guys are like a very power couple that you love yourself so much that you cannot not want to be in each other's social media, so you guys just create one for yourself. I don't know.
No.
like, if that's what y'all want to do, but
I mean, if we have one, say maybe where we'll put joint pictures of maybe the kids or some, I'm still gonna have mine. That's just all me. I won't probably be on that one at all. It would just be, hey, family and friends, here's the kids. But nah. That's like saying that we have to all have the same group of friends.
Something wrong with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Like what?
I had a whole set of friends before I met you, and you did too. So if we're merging, not all of our friendships are going to merge. And then us being a couple, we are going to make friends together as a couple. Those are three different sets of people. You requiring somebody to have joint friends with you, I think it's controlling.
So, okay. Yeah. I see your point. I thought I agree with you though. I mean, I'm just here to ask the questions, What do you think, Hannah?
no, I agree with what T said. Like, I think if it's an account where we're making money together, okay, sure. But other than that, we could have our separate. If it's a page where like it's a new thing and it's just family on there, okay, maybe one account because we're just sharing this, we're gonna share the same thing anyway, but we don't need to merge, it's okay.
And for you, T, think of it like a hypothetical, okay? Because I know you're going to give me a very straightforward answer here. So think of a hypothetical, right? Okay. Oh, and you too, Heather. Yeah, this one. You guys think of hypotheticals, I guess. If you caught your parents cheating on each other, would you tell?
I did and I told.
Jesus.
Next question.
Hey, Billy K. Please, we cannot just go. I beg.
Right, you gotta tell that story.
Just pass. What happened? I'm not saying what happened. Okay, wait. Calm down, AK.
Yeah, we got the whole story.
What happened? I said. What happened after that?
I thought we were just asking and passing over. Now you want details?
Not even,
There's
I
no
promise
details.
you,
Sorry,
I did
sis.
not think somebody would agree to this.
Sorry.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. I don't know, man. Me, I'm not saying nothing. What God put together, I don't want to put asunder. Me, I'm not saying nothing.
I'm just reporting the weather conditions. If you people want to wear sweater and dress accordingly, that is your business. But I'm telling.
Hey, yo.
Oh no. I don't know, because I know it's a hypothetical, but also like my parents have been divorced since I was like 3, right? So I've never known them to be together. But when my dad got a new girlfriend, I was loyal to my mom. So I did tell, like, but not on purpose. Like I had to, like, I was in a story and then I was like, yeah. And then dad's girlfriend, she was like, who? And then,
Damn. I'm still mouthful from Therese snitching. Anyways, listen, ladies and gentlemen, what would you guys do if you caught your parents cheating? Would you guys tell or not? I'm taking this one to my grave. Wait. Nah, I'm taking my grave, bro.
Who cheats on who? Like, for you, does it matter which parent cheated?
It doesn't matter. I'm not saying shit. I didn't see nothing, say nothing. I didn't see, I didn't hear, I didn't say nothing. So please, like, keep me out of this. You know what I mean? Like, no. Yeah. Because now when they come and fix that issue now, I'm the person who will be sitting there. They'll be looking like, at this little snitch. Now go and beg for something they'll refuse to give me. Meanwhile, it was because I had snitched. That's why now, no fear. So no. Yeah. Anyways, we'll revisit that topic some other day when it's not a direct question and you can explain yourself. Because that's a spicy one, very spicy one. All right. Let's jump into our main course today. I wanted to ask you guys this. If you guys were going to a deserted island, right, to not return, you die there, right? You're living where you are right now, and you can only bring 5 items with you. The way you are right now, you can only bring 5 items with you. What would that be? Remember, you're not coming back home. You die in that place. So what 5 items are you taking with you?
Does the 5 items include basic necessities?
Yeah. A bottle of water is an item. This little thing like this one is an item. So anything, food and water is 2 separate items.
Clothes, food. I'm assuming it's an island, so there's water there to drink. Basic medications and first aid kit, and a working phone.
That's 4. There's water, so you're not bringing anything for water, right? You just drink whatever is there. Okay, cool. So you 1.
Last one, money.
For what?
Oh wait, you said I'm not coming back.
Yeah, it's a deserted island. What are you going to buy with?
Shoot.
And what's with what phone, for why?
Because deserted doesn't mean I need to still catch up with the rest of the world, watch a movie or something. So that's why I say working phone. My Wi-Fi needs to be, my cellular data needs to be on.
She probably need the money to pay phone bill.
No. I was thinking money in case there's an emergency. I can always charter a ride out of there. But you say I'm not
coming back.
I'm not coming back. I'll leave the last thing open for the last minute for when I'm leaving. How about that?
Okay. Okay. And what's your own?
My first thing is a survival book because you said what we know now, and I don't know much about surviving in a wherever I would end up. I would do a pot because I need to cook stuff in it, and also I need to boil the water because I'm not just Therese, we can't just drink water from everywhere. Um, I would get a tarp, like that thick material that you can use for like shelter, and that way the rain just kind of like falls off. I would do a water jug. That way I could carry the water from somewhere to get to the pot to boil it and then have somewhere to put the fresh water back in, the boiled water in. And then like an axe or a machete or some type of cutting thing. Yeah. Those are my five.
So you're just gonna go to that island borders naked?
I mean, I'm assuming that I got clothes on.
No, he says that that's including
Girl,
necessity.
you ain't talk about no clothes. So, okay, then yes, I'm going butt naked. And guess what? I'm going to use the machete to cut down some leaves and I can cut some branches, not branches, but like little twigs and get a little bikini thing. It's just me on this island, first of all, but I don't want anybody in my bed. So, get stuff covered up and then keep it moving. Use this survival guide to know what to do in this place that I have no idea of what to do.
I don't know about you, but my deserted island has a mansion on it. So
Oh, gotcha.
he
Well,
did not say anything about qualifying what is at the island.
you know what? That's true.
But I put a mansion there for me.
I'm gonna go the safe route just in case there's not one, but I hear you on that. I do.
Yeah. For me, because I don't know no desert island with, like riches. I've always heard desert islands are like, yeah, suffering. I mean, what the movies show us. So I'm going for survivor. So number one, yeah, I need a machete. Like that's a must. If I said gun, then where am I find bullets? So no, a machete. That's that we want. Definitely shelter. Something for shelter. Yeah, pot. A very big one to boil water, cook, all of that. You can also store the water for all I care. There'll be enough water. We'll keep boiling every day. Something to start fire. And I'm assuming that because I'm going, they're not going to send me there butt naked. So the clothes I have, I'll just have to make do till I find something, So the last one would be, I'll bring the Bible.
None of you are talking about food.
No,
You are assuming that things grow on that island based on what you are describing, your island and shit.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming that there'll be something.
Water, fish, something.
Yeah. It's not just going to be, desert. If it's desert, then we'll have problem, Yeah, but yeah, the Bible just so have something to read, something that if in case somebody else comes, at least they'll know that somebody was there before, just to keep the word going, in a different, yeah. So I'll bring that one. Yeah, that'll be my own, But huh?
What did you say for your shelter?
Well, something for shelter, like a sleeping bag or one of those tents. Like a tent. Yeah, like a tent house. Like one of them Jones that the Chinese people will show you that they come and put and make a whole house out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will not dream too far like the rest with a mansion in it, because yeah, that's a rich deserted island, Yeah. All right. This one is fun. Imagine a world where electricity no longer exists. What daily conveniences would you miss the most? 3 daily inconveniences you miss the most.
Like there's no electricity?
Yeah, a world where there's no electricity at all.
Let Jesus just take me out. Because
who showers with cold water? Here.
It depends on the day.
No, I never, ever. It could
Sometimes in the morning. Yep.
be.
You have a friend
So
that showers cold water in the wintertime. And I just look at that. I'm like, bro, how? Like, how, bro? Like, how? I said, God, people are doing things. Anyway.
I mean, that's what we did back home, right? We showered cold water, but no, at this point in my life, just take me out.
I don't know about you, but I was never showering with no cold water.
Did you go to boarding school?
Oh, man.
Huh?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying everybody did,
Yeah.
but I'm saying a great portion of us know what it is to shower.
No, I skipped that portion in life. Oh, no. Thank God. Hey, what? And then the days that.
Not me though, but the people who went actually go to boarding school.
The days that my mom will fight that we should not use firewood to heat up water or the gas, to heat up water. It's very simple, man. Just dip your 2 fingers in water, cut your siba, and you're gone. Yeah, gone. With your axe, and you're good for the remainder of the day. Who's going to check you?
But man, that would be tough. I don't know, because everything that I use currently, even for my basic necessity, involves electricity. So I don't know.
Damn, you cannot even charge your phone.
Yeah, I was saying.
You cannot charge your
vibrator. Even the list of my worries. If it was certain in my house now, I can't cook if there's no electricity. You can't cook. You cannot heat up food. You can't preserve your food. Nah, it's too much.
Can you imagine a world where you'd be reading with a candle or a lamp? I mean, like that. How do you call that thing?
A lantern?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I never knew the English name. That's what they call it in English.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
Let me go back a little bit. Like, that's what they call it in English.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? That's the way they kind of a face.
Yes.
It's called a lantern?
Yeah.
Like the Green Lantern? That kind of lantern? Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Sorry. You just
learned something.
Never knew that. But anyways, yeah. I think she named it fridge, microwave, stove. Yeah.
Eats.
Huh?
Phone.
Yeah.
Air, your car. Heck, your doors are not even gonna lock.
Jeez. Can you imagine? If you had to give away all your possessions except 3 items, which one will you keep? Remember when Jesus told that tax collector, give away all your possessions, sell away everything, and come follow me. This time around, he's saying keep only 3.
What's wrong with this guy? I'll keep my electronics, clothing items, and my car.
That's a good one. Those are good ones. I'm gonna keep my car. That's a good one. I'm gonna keep my apartment, and I'm gonna keep my money.
I don't think money is possession, is it?
It's what I own.
Technically.
I mean,
it's an asset, right? Is it not?
I think so, but it's something that I don't know.
You give it to the poor.
Which poor? I am the poor. What are you talking about? Talk about give it to the poor. What poor? Don't be joking. You play some camp players. They give it to the poor.
Oh. Yeah, home. Home. Yeah, electronics. Can't do without that one. And then car. Yeah. Man. Can you imagine a world where you gotta be taking a bus like right now? I don't know where the bus stop is at.
Listen, and like people talk about it's like an extra hour and a half commute. No, thank you. I'm sorry. No, thank you. I am not signing up for that.
God help you, you're in
3
these parts of the US
Right.
where we don't have reliable public transportation. That's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where the bus stop is. Well, it's close actually, because I passed them on the way to work, but I'd have to walk a bit.
Yeah, I don't see one around. But T, let me ask you this, right? If you could only remember one moment from your life, oh, don't say your future, your past. Okay. Wait, where is it? Oh, which would it be and why? Like the day. Let me stop.
You mean like a particular day or like a time?
See, I should have given my example. Like, for example, the day you lost your virginity, That could be.
Why would I want to go back? I'll have to think about that one. Because I can pick a time period or a particular moment.
Pick a time period. We'll go with that one.
I think I will pick my childhood.
Why? You didn't pay bills?
I had a good childhood. I really did. Like I'm talking childhood, like up until, let's say, up till 10, 11.
They used to spank you?
Oh, they did.
Okay.
My mom, she spanked real good. But whenever I think about like one of the happiest times in my life, that's where I always go back to.
Oh, nice. Nah, them spankings, man.
It's funny because my mom, she spanked like she did not play. She was that neighborhood mom who spanked. They would let her spank other people. But I don't really remember the spanking much, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I really don't. I got whooped and punished. But I just remember that I was very happy.
I was going to say happy being spanked, but then I remember, you just, your childhood being outside of the spanking, there was a whole lot of plus. Like me, I always focus on that spanking because it never used to just come from my mom. There was my mom's brothers. It's like 3 of them. Then one of our sisters. Then the neighbors. So you do one thing, you have about 7 people pouncing in your head. Like the one person, and then pass it to the next, pass it to the next, pass it. Then when they're all done, they sit down and say, okay, guy, there's food to eat. Anyways.
Before that food, you have to do apology tour.
I remember one day, I don't know what got into my mind, right? And I just decided to gather all the textbooks in the house and burn them. I really don't know why. I cannot even tell you why I decided to do it. But I just thought it was a great idea because it was taking up space. So just burn them. Man, one of my mom's brother, I guess he smelled the smoke from inside and ran outside. He managed to like turn it off halfway. Threw water on that thing, let it cool down, and then he stacked up whatever remainder of the books were there. Like he stacked them up, carried and put on my head, and told me to walk around the house 10 times with it on my head and repeat. I would never burn books again. Then after that, because he was splitting wood. After that, he took the wood that he was splitting, man, beat the shit out of me with it. Never forget that shit, man. So no, I can't even think about my childhood.
Did you ever burn a book again, though?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
When you take those beatings, over time, you just it don't face you no more, right? At this point in time, you do it just to piss somebody off.
I did not mean to trigger you. So what then is a good time for you?
No, this is a good time. This is a good time. Back to you, T. Back to you still. If you had to live without one of these senses, what would it be? Sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell. Which one will you choose to let go of and why?
Hearing.
Why?
Because I have someone who's very close to me who is hearing impaired. And I see that that was not the worst senses they could have lost.
Do they know like sign language?
Yeah, he does.
And do you speak it too? Or do you sign?
I don't.
Mm.
I was not obliged to learn it. But yeah, I look at their life and they actually told me, well, he actually told me that he would have rather, if he had to trade it himself, say you have to, that's what he would have done. I watched them, grow and live life, and I was like, yeah, if I actually had said that to myself, if I had to pick one to go, his hearing can go.
I don't know. I want my hearing. I love music, and like not that they can't listen to music, but it's they're feeling it versus like actually listening. Um, I think I would do smell. Just smell. Like if it wouldn't take out my taste too. Just smell.
Say, smell gonna take out your taste,
I
girl.
know. Like if there was like just if it's just if there could if it was just the smell. Because I want my taste. Not like a twofer, has to just be the smell.
Over time, the taste gonna go.
If I had to keep the taste, like that would be the deal.
Say the taste, say the smell had to go with the taste. Then which one would you pick?
That's so hard.
I don't know. The taste and the smell can go. I still want to hear. I still want to hear. You know. You taste bullshit with your ears, not your taste buds, right?
The fuck?
Yeah, I guess.
Like if somebody is full of shit, right? It's your sight and your hearing that gives you that feeling, right? It's not necessarily the taste like food. So yeah.
You'd be surprised what not having hearing does for your body. You get extremely good at reading body language. It's a survival skill that kicks in. You get extremely good at reading that. And then you get to you're good at reading lips too.
That means you're just looky because now you have to be looking everybody like
You are already looky, so I don't understand what the difference
Not
is.
all the time though. Like I could be multitasking. I could be listening to you as I'm on my phone. I could be like typing something and listening, but like now I have to like watch it's just I think it does make things a bit harder, right? I think even in like, so I could speak for the healthcare field. I had a patient who was deaf and we had to cancel several times because her interpreter couldn't make it for whatever reason. So it's like one more person that you have to go through to be able to meet your needs, right? And a lot of times it's frowned upon for a family member to be the interpreter because they might miss something or they might misinterpret something like either on purpose or by accident, and that person is not getting their full level of understanding. And so I know that could happen maybe for other languages, but you could like, I guess you could, I mean, you could type it in, I guess. I don't know. I guess there are ways around it, but it does make things a lot more challenging, right? So like in a PT session, it's like a lot harder, you know what I mean? And then you have to do the
Or
same thing,
that's why you play charades.
but you're not understanding everything I'm saying. You know what I mean? And that's not as a patient, you are entitled to understand everything I am saying as a healthcare professional. And so
Right.
me doing charades and trying to go through Google and Notes app, that's like ultimately it's wasting your time, right? Because we only have so much time in a session. And if half of the session is just us trying to communicate where you could just get an interpreter, like, you know what I'm trying to say? It just I hear what you're saying and the fact that they you can still live a full life. But I think that in a lot of ways, there are challenges that we hearing people don't have to go through, like medical alerts. You know what I mean? When your phone does that crazy thing, like we hear it. Your phone could be somewhere else, but you hear that there's something going on. When people are, saying there's a disaster happening, they're yelling instructions. There's not always somebody who's there to sign what's going on. You can't always pick somebody's lips to read to understand what's going on. So I think that, I don't know, I need my hearing. Long story short.
Phones now have advanced for where you get all those things if you're hearing impaired. And for all the senses, the easiest I feel to repair is your hearing. Better than any other sense if you lose it. Now you can get a cochlea, you can get a whole cornea implant or whatever, but what are the likelihood of getting maybe a cochlear implant that you just go to surgery and they put you a hearing aid connected to your brain, boom, you're back. But that taste is gone, it's gone. That smell is gone, it's gone. Your feeling in your body, if it's gone, God help you. If you're blind, God help you. Not like you can't have that, but it's like, what are the chances?
That's a good point. I didn't know we could have surgery to get it back.
Get what back?
In this scenario, if we could get surgery to get our hearing back, then did I really lose it?
I guess I'm just saying that based on like first-hand experience, because it is something that I had thought about. To each person would look at their life and see what it is that.
Yeah.
That way, your life is going to be a little harder. So.
Yeah, when you explain it, then it makes sense because, like you said, you've dealt with it firsthand, right? Versus somebody who's not being exposed to it. It's like, man, yeah, I'm gonna just take that one because, man, what the hell? But yeah, fuck around and just put your hand on something that's hot because you can't feel shit. Now you have a different problem to deal with. Yeah. Okay. Hannah. What is one thing in your daily life that you often take for granted until it's gone?
Probably my phone. Like, I think when it's missing from me, I feel not like panic, but I'm like, oh wait, like it has so much on it. It has all of, I don't want to put myself out. It has a lot on there, So I feel like my phone is probably something I take for granted that I use daily. Yeah.
Okay. Even with the fact that you can still access most of the stuff on your phone, on your laptop, your iPad, things like that.
Yeah, because my phone, I feel like my laptop and my laptop is hit or miss when it comes to being charged, so it's not easily accessible. And then my iPad is always dead, and I don't even think it connected it in a while, so I don't think it's up to date on everything that I have on my phone. Like my phone just has everything, and it's way more convenient than carrying my laptop around and trying to connect to different Wi-Fi's.
What about you, T?
You say one thing as an item or like?
Yeah, just one thing in your daily life that you often take for granted until it's gone. I mean, it could be something now, something that's already disappeared, and you regret.
I would say my ability to move my body.
Wait, please clarify for the listeners. It's not like you're handicapped sitting on a wheelchair, right?
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be that I'm knocked down by an illness, or I'm just weighed down emotionally. I'm unable to move.
Okay. Got it.
Just my body, my ability to move my body. Yeah.
Oh yeah, got it. Makes sense now. Okay. I see what you're saying. For me, shit, man, it'll be my glasses, bro. I am gonna hold you. Like, you take this boys from me, yeah, I'll be struggling from. First of all, I'm not even getting a car to drive. Let me start there. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have to find my shades. Like, bro, where's my shades or past prescription so at least I could have some kind of vision, to go. Because if I hop on the road with all my glasses, yeah, I'm taking somebody down. Straight up. Because everything is blurry, so that
Question though, can you even make it to your car without the glasses?
damn. You couldn't just
It seemed like you just jumped all the way to the car. I'm like, let me find out how you're about to get in this car in the first place.
no, I'll make it there, because
Like
the
this.
path, but I don't know, it's something. There's some chemistry. Okay, I can play, like when I play basketball, right? I take off my glasses and I put it to the side. And I shoot, I can see the rim. Like, I kid you not, I can see it. The full thing, no. But I've played basketball for so long that I have that illusion. Like, I know where the rim is at, right? So I could just, yeah. So when I'm playing with people, I always give that disclaimer, yo, sometimes my shot might go, don't judge me, bro. I just can't really, yeah. So anyways, but when it comes to driving, I don't know what it is. Once I hop behind the wheel without my glasses, it's like I can't see nothing anymore. It's bad. So yeah, if you ever see me behind the wheel without glasses, stop the car, man, because I'm finna go do something bad to somebody or myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, good one, T. Good one. You couldn't help it. Okay. What is something big or small that would disrupt your routine if it were gone?
Lack of money.
Yeah.
That's my big and small. That's apart from oxygen. I'm assuming that's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lack of money is my big and small.
Yeah.
Anything else can come in. Any other.
Big facts. Matter of fact, anything else, if I haven't thought of something different, Seth, I would have been mad. Yeah, you hit the nail with that one. Okay, let's get into gratitude, right? Before we close, let's dig deeper a little bit. Keep saying TT. So Hannah, this one. What are 3 qualities you appreciate about yourself? Then we'll go to T and then me. So for this one, that's how we'll rotate. So Hannah first, T and then me for this next few questions. So Hannah, what are 3 qualities you appreciate about yourself?
Let me think real quick. I'm very passionate. I am very, what's the adjective I'm looking for? Like loving.
Don't think about this one because you have a different question. Don't think about this one. You have a different question. Sorry. So yeah.
I
You were like, don't think about this one. I'm finding your own question right now. So and I have my own too. So don't worry. Sorry, go ahead, Kana.
No, you're good. Passionate. I would say like caring in terms of like caring for others.
You don't
Friendly.
know 3 qualities you appreciate about yourself. You say you don't know.
I mean, I'm trying to do like what's up there. There are a lot of things I do appreciate about myself. But friendly. That'll be the last one. Top 3.
What's the last one?
Friendly. What's the second
Friendly.
one?
Passionate and like caring.
Passionate and caring. Okay. Passionate, caring, and friendly. Add another one now. I feel like those 3 are like linked together. Add another one. Something different.
Okay. Intelligent.
Okay. Own it. This one is right for T. What is something in nature that inspires you the most?
I would say just how the animals survive. Just, it doesn't matter if it's a bird or in the jungle or an ant, just how they survive, their life cycle. It's something that would always amaze me. It's inspiring.
Yeah. What life lessons are you thankful you learned, even if it came through difficulty? It will be, which I'm still learning, the ability to be calm, right? Like not let when I feel pressure, right, it turns into some form of anger, right? For me. So the ability to just take pressure to be pressure and not let it pass that into something else, like morph into something else, right? Just let it be pressure, regardless of how big or small it is, and just live with it. Yeah. And even if somebody else jumps in that process, which is really not about them, like not transfer that, things like that. Like just let that thing be that thing and focus on that and let it be. So something still working on. Yeah. Okay. Next one in that domain for Therese. Name an ability or a skill you are grateful to possess outside of cooking.
I was about to just unmute and say, bingo. Ability or skill I am happy I possess.
Mm-hmm. Make it a little tough for you.
Um,
Wait, sorry. Let me add another one. No cooking and nothing that has to do with like being very cleany and proper arrangement, things like that. Yeah, no. Those two we already discussed about those in our previous episode. If you guys haven't watched it, take like 5-10 episodes back and you will see it. So yeah, go ahead.
Then what do I have? I'm just playing.
There's a lot.
I would say one skill. I would say empathy.
Did that come natural for you, or you had to learn it?
I would say the level that I'm at now is learned.
Okay.
I think we all get to naturally possess some degree of it, but there's a certain degree that you get to, which I feel like I am now, where I think I have the ability to listen more. Listen, like not just like, oh, you need a shoulder to cry on type of listen, like really lock in and hear what somebody is saying and put my interpretation to the side. I think that is a level of empathy that I have learned over time. So
that shit tough, isn't it?
It is hard, and it doesn't get easier the more you do it. It doesn't. But it's a learned skill that it's like riding a bike. You know it's not going to be easy, but you're used to the motions of it, right? I feel like with every learned skill, that's the same. It's not going to get easy. You're still going to get off that bike and be sore, but you're used to that, the motion of it. So you go into it knowing.
Yeah. Okay. With that mindset, right, Hannah, that Therese was just alluding there. If you could eliminate one negative habit or mindset, what would it be? What would gratitude replace it with?
I think a negative mindset that I could get rid of would be like the feeling I'm not good enough sometimes. Like if I'm in a new space, I'll have imposter syndrome. If I don't know, sometimes I just have a feeling of not being good enough. And so I'm trying to get rid of that. So that's definitely a feeling I could replace with gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then back to you, T. If you could teach one thing to others related to appreciation, right, what would it be?
Ooh,
Or perspective, appreciation or perspective. What would it be?
I think I would teach people how to be there for somebody. Now, before somebody said, I have not mastered the key, or I'm not the epitome or the poster girl for epitome of that.
Is
But
there such a thing though?
hmm?
Is there such a thing as a poster person for that?
No, I'm saying because I will say that they say I'll teach you. Be like, oh, I have arrived in.
Oh, got you. Just throwing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am learning and I am realizing that it's something that a lot of us are gravely lacking in.
You know, I agree with you, and as much as we think that we have that empathetic side, right? Not till that shit is put to test, then you really realize that really when it comes down to that empathy, like, are you really practicing it? Because I always look at when somebody is listening passively versus active, right?
Mm-hmm.
In their mind, they think that they're listening to actively, right? And then you ask the question, then they answer something else. Then you try to sit down and be like, yo, but you're answering something different from what I asked. But yet, forcing, man, I don't know. Sometimes I find it hard to sit down and want to make and prove a point versus just walk away, like all the way. You know what I mean? And I just wish that sometimes, even myself, right, to really pause sometimes and just let somebody talk. And then give them a minute. And even let them be like, hello, are you still there? Like, oh, you done? Okay, yeah, cool. Then give yourself now, because we're like, oh yeah, then you have to force yourself to think about what they said. And in that moment, you really know if you were listening or not. And to me, I kid you not, it's really not, as much as it might be frustrating to that person, I respect somebody most if they go, yo, my bad, dog. I really was not, like, my brain was someplace else. Versus you try to formulate what you don't even have in mind. Just, I don't know, something that I was thinking about it a day for us to, keep in mind as we have conversations with folks. Like, it's really not that difficult. The older we get, it's not difficult to say, yo, my bad, dog. I was paying attention to something else. Could you repeat that? Yeah, the person might be frustrated, but it will go a long way in terms of appreciation for that person or, for both of you in that moment. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. That's why, to me, if I'm going to have a conversation that requires someone's attention, I ask before I start. Hey, I want to talk about something. I would need your undivided attention. If it's not now, let's schedule it. Because it is frustrating to come and sit and pour out and someone is not paying attention. You're just about to piss me off even more. Now it's like, you get that, sometimes you get that one chance to offload. Now I already said everything, you were not paying attention. I don't even feel like saying it anymore. So I always ask, like, I do need your undivided attention.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, when can we talk? And then we schedule it. Now, if during that time you're not paying attention, then you're just an asshole. That's what it is. Because I asked for it prior to that. You come saying you are going to give me that, and then you come and you don't provide that. That's just not a good thing to do to someone. So.
Yeah.
I feel both sides. Like, sorry, AK. I feel like if it's something important that I feel like I really need to offload, I typically do ask. I'm like, hey, can I just vent real quick? Or like, are you in the headspace where I can just talk? Like, I need an ear or something to listen to. Like, I'll give like a little disclaimer. But I think for like smaller conversations, like if it's just something like in passing, if someone's not paying attention, honestly, sometimes I'll just like stop talking. Like I might be in the middle of a story and, if I feel like you're not listening, like I'll just stop talking. And then if you really are, you'll be like, okay, continue or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll continue. But if you don't say anything, like I'm not about to waste my breath. If you're not interested, like it wasn't that deep of a story probably anyway, so we'll just keep it moving.
Thanks. Okay. Okay. I like this question I'm about to ask. What makes you feel whole or fulfilled in a way that money or possessions cannot provide?
This one's easy for me. I think for me it's when I am there for the people that I love. Ooh, that that lights a fire inside me that I've realized that nothing else does.
That's a big one. That's a big one. What about you, Hannah?
Yeah, I was kind of on the same kind of wave. I was just gonna say like love in general in terms of like being with the people I love, being with my family, being or doing things for them doing things for me. Um, yeah, anything not to be basic, but
Yeah, those acts of service, things like that. Yeah, I do agree with you guys. Yeah, it's fulfilling to do stuff for others. Because I mean, you can always do stuff for yourself, but once you do it for somebody else, I don't know, there's something fulfilling about it. But here's the key question to that, though. When you do that, you know how people do stuff expecting something in return? Like when you do that, are you doing it with all your heart? Or do you do it expecting that, okay, someday this might come back, you know, back to me? Or, like you're doing it expecting that, this person should understand that someday they might have to repay the same favor.
yeah, from the heart. From the heart. Like if you're gonna give a gift, um, it should be that. Like it should be something that you thought about this person, you chose it out for them, you want to make them happy with it. You shouldn't it shouldn't be like a tick for tat or whatever, however they say it, like I get you something, you get me something back. Um, no, I feel like if you're expecting a gift back, then you gave it for the wrong reason. That's not to say I'm not gonna be like when it comes my time, that's not to say like if I don't get anything, I'll be fine and dandy. Like, because I do think that it does show like who does think about you and who doesn't. I don't know. I'm not expecting something back. But at the same time, if I never get shown appreciation back from you, that also does send me a message as well. Right. Like if I'm always giving somebody, like, I'm interested in somebody, right? I'm always giving them a birthday present or something to show like my gratitude towards them. I guess like if I never ever got anything back from them, that would feel a little hurtful. Not that I'm expecting it back this one time because I gave a gift, but like over time, I don't know. I'm talking in circles. Do you understand what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
because I was gonna say, isn't that expecting though?
It kind of is, but like,
Because you have the option to stop, right? So if you give the gift 1, 2, 3, let's say 3 is your limit, and you don't get the same thing back. Let's say your expectation is a gift back or similar, right? And you don't get that. What's forcing you to keep giving, right? You could just eliminate that part and keep going with the friendship. No?
yeah,
But then when you stop, doesn't that mean that you were giving expecting
Yeah.
to receive?
I guess, okay, I guess, how about this? If I got shown, okay, if my love language is giving somebody a gift, right? But that's not their love language, and their love language is a different, like, theirs is acts of service, right? So if I like to give them gifts, not, but their love language is like they like to do little things for me right here and there. I'm not saying I expect, but they're still showing me some type of appreciation. So in that scenario, I'm not mad about them not giving me a gift back because they're still showing me that they care for me, right? So I guess like I'm not, yeah, I'm gonna stop right there.
For me, I'll say it's both with my full chest. I give 100% out of my heart, and I'm also giving expecting. If I ever say that I used to think that if it was wholehearted, I would not expect. I don't believe in that, because a relationship is an investment. I'm making an investment into you.
Mhm.
Even the bank comes back for a return of investment.
Right.
Why would I not, if I'm investing my time, emotions, and resources into this relationship? I would be a fool to not expect back. Even God is expecting back. So what do I think I am? A superhuman?
Job
I
not
am expecting back.
Uncle. Thank you.
But that doesn't mean that I'm not doing it wholeheartedly. It by no means says that. Because, and I'm not saying, and this is but also by no means that our relationship is transactional. If I give you a gift on your birthday, you don't have to give me a gift back on your birthday. It'd be nice, it depends on the things that I value, that you get to respond to. That's how I weigh my return of investment. Now we'll do something for your birthday. I will throw you a party. Maybe you're not a party person, but you're that one person who makes sure that you check up on me, how I'm doing every day. That's something else. Maybe, like Hannah said, if I'm loving you in your love language, you got to love me back in mine. That's it. We don't have to go, I got you a Gucci belt for your birthday, you get me a Prada bag. We don't have to go bars for bars like that. But if I'm learning to love you in your love language and I'm investing time, resources, emotions into that, it's because I need that in return. If I could, there are certain things I can be as self-sufficient as I want, but there are certain things that I cannot give myself. Somebody else has to give it to me. So I am investing into that place so that when I need those things, it would not be like I'm coming to take away from somebody. You know, you pour into a cup so that when you're empty, the person pours back into you. So yes, I am expecting that shit back. If I'm loving you hard, I hope you are getting ready for when I will run low and I will need to get loved right back. Because tag your eat.
That's a great way of putting it. That's what I meant to say. That's
Oh.
I think what I was trying to convey, but you obviously articulated it way better.
Yep, no better way to put it, man. Yeah, don't look. I always say there was only one Jesus Christ. You know, so don't look for me as a replica of it, because I'll tell you, I'll never be. I'll never even come close. You know, so yeah, it's just a matter of time before, like T said, the cup will run empty. Now that's where the test of relationships really happen. When that cup is empty and you don't move, or you don't recognize that, that cup is empty. All right now. Let's see how your own cup looks in the next month. Yeah, because instead of pouring, I'll find to see where the levels is at and see how I can instead take away, and empty it so that, and then see how you react in that moment. What betides the person if they have a different reaction from how I reacted towards you in my own time, right? Now you react different. Oh, please, welcome to the league. Now we have a Champions League. Yeah, let's go. We have something to solve because, they say, what do you bring to the table? I'll bring that whole problem and put on the table. Let's solve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, put the whole thing right there. So you know exactly what's going on. We're not going back. No, this is the problem. Do you want to talk about it or not? No? All right, cool. We have an answer then. There are how many people on this earth? 7 billion or 8? Yeah, that's already one problem that I need to not be worrying about from that point in time. So yeah, that's that.
Weren't you the one preaching to me about vengeance is the Lord's? Why are you revenging to empty somebody's cup?
Granted, yes, I was the one, but like I said, I'm not Jesus Christ. I cannot come close to. In that given moment, all thing that my priest taught me went out the window. I started seeing, those little cartoon videos that somebody's
The devil and the angel right here.
Yeah, the angel disappeared. It's only the devil that's remaining. The devil's voice is loud. That's loud as whatever. But yeah, don't worry, y'all. We're just podcasting, But it's true. Anyways, last one there in that category. Yeah, this is a good one. How have difficulties help you recognize your resilience? All right. So you want to take this one first? You have a very loud expression there. I'm not gonna sit here and even front like, man, I've felt difficulties in life. Nah, son. Because I've seen people who have gone through, people who have been, who have dealt with worse scenarios in life, I've been blessed with a great family, great support, friends, friends as well. So I can't even sit here and be talking about difficulties, For the most, if I really want to talk about difficulties, it's just one of those, what's the word? When you have those bad habits that you need to get rid of, what's the word, man? I had that word the other day. Vices, there you go. Yeah, those vices, right? Get rid of my vices. Those are, yeah, that's difficult. Like that, to me, that's difficult. Other than that, I don't really think that I've faced that much of difficulty in life to say resilience, but to let go of those vices had been one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do in my life and still doing currently. So it's tough, but a work in progress, It just keeps showing that I can do it. I know I can do it, but yeah, I'm singing circles. I don't know how that's resilience, but because I know that I can do it. And it just takes for me to just, turn on that switch off. Right. But procrastination no go let a man be. If I could just take that guy away, yeah, a lot would be nice. So I guess it's teaching me that procrastination is a bitch. So just learn to let it go by any means necessary. You think, you do. Don't let it process, because when you start processing, yeah, that devil starts telling you, but you can just sit on the couch and watch TV and just let life pass you by because it's a good thing, So yeah, just think it, go at it. Don't give myself the chance to, yeah. Anyways, that's me.
Do you consider yourself a resilient person?
Yeah.
How so? And
I want to be. Sorry.
Wait, what do you define as resilience, first of all? Because what you're saying, and then when you want to be, I'm trying to figure out if we're on the same page.
Will be like how you overcame like difficulties, like how you tough times, right? Like how did it break you or did it not? Like how you overcame, those tough times, right? And yeah, my vices, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know about other people, but for me, some of them put me on the couch. Like, I'm just flat out lazy. I don't want to do shit. And I have to legitimately tell myself, yeah, you put yourself on this couch and you have a due date. That person needs you there. That person needs you here. So why are you doing this at this particular moment? Like, wake up, like, get it together, that this thing that you're doing, in the long run is not right for you because, like, for X, Y, and Z reasons, like, just quit it because it's causing X, Y, and Z in this other departments of life. You know what I mean? Quit it. But, the good you feel in the moment, right, from those vices, I don't know. It's like it's one of those things that is hard to let go of. Yeah, but the after effect of it, anyways, yeah. I don't know if that answers your question. You had another after that.
What was your no? What was your original question again?
How have difficulties helped you recognize your resilience?
For me, I would say that is the very essence of difficulty, right? Is to is to build resilience. But you can fail in that process. But then I used to think, because some difficulties have broken me, and I used to think, oh my God, in your mind, I'm like, I should have overcome that, I should have, withstand, but I forget that there's the other side of resilience is, okay, you're hoping to not get broken. But then when I get broken, what do I do after that? How do I adapt? How do I bounce back on my feet? Right. And with every difficult situation that I get to face, and I say this is with mixed feelings. I hate how resilient I am. I do. Because it feels like the more resilient you are, the tougher the difficulties come. And I also feel like anybody who is open to growth is resilient, because growth breaks you. And so if you're committed to me being committed to my growth as a person, that in itself builds resilience for me. And then the other thing that I hate about being resilient, I know that's not probably the question, but I'm saying I like it. I do enjoy it. But in hindsight, let me put it that way. In the moment, I don't like it. But in hindsight, I was like, oh, wow, I'm strong. I did not think that I was going to survive that. I did not think that I could, wash off the residue of that thing that happened. I am resilient. In hindsight, I like it. In the moment, not so much, because the more you overcome, the more resilient you become, the more the people around you get to see it. And then all they tell you is, oh, you're strong. You've been through worse. Fuck shit. And I hate it because I know that it's true. At that time, that was the worst thing that I thought could happen, but So I don't like being strong, being resilient. I hate it, but it looks like that is a path that God is permanently placing me on, or life is permanently placing me on. So yeah, with every difficulty, I get even more resilient. And so do the challenges. They come even stronger. That's why I say I hate the fact that I'm getting resilient, because the challenges are getting tougher, but it's just what it is.
To that point, right, let me ask you this. So when you hear somebody say, God does not give you what you can handle,
I hate that statement with a passion. And I'll tell you why I say that, because I think it is a very passive way of being empathetic to somebody. The fact that it is a burden that I'm meant to carry does not mean that it's not heavy. It does not mean that it would not break me. Even the Bible says those who are weary, even God knows that his burden is heavy. So the fact that I am destined to carry does not make it any easier and does not lighten that burden. It's still real. So for you, me hearing someone tell me that, I'm just like, this is just a passive way for you to be empathetic. Just because I can handle it means what? Like, usually that, after that, there's no action, there's no follow. It's usually nothing. It's just, oh, God cannot give you more, you handle. Next thing, I'm going to pray for you. Bro, you think that, like, I appreciate all that, but I just think it's very passive. It's a passive way to encourage somebody, and I don't like to hear. And if you're watching this, please do not come to me with that bullshit.
Damn. So every time I tell you that, you just be pissed without telling me. Nah, no. Well, I apologize.
It's okay, because I had not made it known, and I understand that it's the circulating language, right? But this is for me. having to analyze that in whatever situation that I'm at that time. I don't want to hear it.
So you'd rather to just be quiet and say that?
There's so many ways you can empathize with what I'm going through.
Just don't pick the easiest.
Yes, don't pick the easiest, or you tell me, oh, there are people having it worse than you at this moment. What has that got to do with what I'm facing right now? And like I said, is what's circulating now as being encouraging, right? But let's think about it critically. What other people facing harder got to do with me right now in this very moment? What is that information supposed to do for me?
Facts.
I think it's supposed to give you perspective, like
on what, really?
Like that things could always be worse.
Yeah, but you really cannot have perspective outside of your experience, though. Put it in 17 different languages, I will not know what homelessness is. I can only imagine. Mm-hmm. So in the time when I'm struggling with what I'm struggling with, I can only put things in perspective based on my experience. Mm-hmm. And so you coming to tell me that someone has it worse does nothing for me, because at this moment, I can't even imagine I don't even have the energy to put my stuff in perspective. You think I'm going to start imagining what the rest of the world is going through? Now, I empathize and I wish everybody's problems get solved. But right now, this moment is about me. So giving me that information or statistic has nothing to do. It doesn't help me in any way. It really does not.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you. You're a better person than me, because me, I always sit and listen. I wait when the person is done. Then my mind, I'll go, okay, since you decided to play this card, here's my own card. And the card I play is the causing trouble. It's a card that just comes and puts a dagger through, everything. And it's just like, yeah, let's just fuck this shit up. Since you didn't want.
What do you mean?
Like,
when they use this.
Yeah, when you use that those things, I'm like, since you didn't want to process that information, let me also just act like I'm not processing stuff right now and just say whatever comes to mind. Well, of course, I'm processing and I'm picking, the one thing that would just turn this whole thing inside out, right? But just to say, why are you mad at me? You didn't give much thought to yours. Why are you mad at me for not giving much thought to mine? Right? It could go both ways. So next time when you want to fix your mouth and say that, you should process it before saying it.
Because most times when someone does that, it's unintentional. But you doing that makes it intentional, and that makes you a bad person.
No, I'm perfectly fine with it, right? Because we can all define what unintentional is. If I tell you that it's unintentional, you can say it's intentional all you want, right? As so far I don't accept it, I'm fine with that, right? You cannot jam it down my throat. Same as I cannot jam it down your throat, but I can also tell you that it's not intentional. And I'm hoping that you can see it that way, even if in your greatest of minds, you think it is. You know what I mean?
I don't know. At that moment, I don't have enough strength to start new fires. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, now I got enough strength because I don't have nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Like, kid you not, right? Kid you not. And this is how I see things sometimes. I could be facing a difficult challenge like this, and it gets to a point where I feel, like things get to that point where you look at it and you know in your mind that there's nothing you could do about it at this particular time. The me I know, right? I let it go, and I'll go and find somebody who is dealing with something worse, and I start laughing at them. That's how I feel better for me. Like, kid you not, like I just go and start not laughing like ha, like looking like one of those things that, oh man, like damn, son, your shit is like, yeah, I thought my shit was like this. Yours is like woo, and then I go me to bed and sleep peacefully. To wake up and fight another day. That's just how I go about certain difficult things. But yeah, I definitely find somebody who is dealing with it worse. Then I go to sleep. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll wake up tomorrow and deal with this shit. think I might kill myself in the moment, man. I'm not even gonna lie. So
You know what? Hannah, what about you? Because
no, please tell me what's wrong with that. I'd love to know. Like, I mean, I'd love to get you guys' opinion on that. For real, for real.
I feel like if we're not, I feel like comparison above and beneath is not good for us regardless, right? When we're always looking, we always think, oh, you're comparing yourself to this person that has the big job and the businesses and the money, and they tell you not to compare yourself with that person, right? I feel like that goes the other way around. Do not compare yourself. Why is it comparison is good only when we're looking at someone beneath? I just think that's condescending. So don't compare yourself or your successes or your struggles to anybody else, period. Now that will make you feel, that might make you feel better, like, damn, at least I'm not homeless type deal. But to me, I feel like it's still a wrong approach. But I guess at that point it is whatever makes you sleep better at night.
And it sure do, because I feel as though, yeah, I'm not sleeping outside, right? Like, I'm sleeping inside. So there's still a little bit of something for me to see a positive, right? And then I could use that to push those other aspects that I'm not feeling so positive about. I don't want to say it's like condescending or putting somebody down. It might feel that way, but it's really not. It's just to tell my brain that you'll be all right.
I think it was the part because you said like laughing or like I get what you're saying because you're like, damn, like it's an alarming situation and you realize it gives you perspective. And that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like I think when people are saying like, oh, so and so could have it worse, it's like sometimes in the moment, yes, our emotions are high, we might not be processing something, but also sometimes it's like, dang, I could have it worse. And is this thing actually as big of a deal as I'm making it? Right. So I think in one way, like, no, I don't like to hear when someone tries to downplay my feelings and be like, oh, think of the kids in such and such country who are hungry. Yes, feed the kids, but also like here in America in Michigan, this is what I'm feeling, right? So I get you on that part, T. But I think also sometimes too, like in saying, okay, this did not go my way, but like, no, I'm not living on this, like what AK said, no, I'm not living on the street. I'm not having to do these wild things. Like you see a video and you're like, dang, I was just complaining about having to wake up early to go to a job that I prayed for, right? And meanwhile, this person I just saw in this Instagram video is out here, busting it for a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it does give you perspective. Like, what am I even complaining for? I'm complaining about something I literally prayed for, or somebody would literally switch places with me in a heartbeat. Like, my worst day would be a day that somebody would probably dream about. And I'm not trying to be like facetious or I feel like I have a regular schmegular life, you know what I mean? But sometimes it does put things into perspective. Like, yeah, even on my crummy day when I'm feeling like I'm booked with patients and I don't have a single moment to myself, like I'm in a building that has air condition. I can go to a water fountain that's free and it has viable water. You know what I mean? I can go grab something from the vending machine if I forgot my lunch, or I can use my iPhone. You know what I mean? There are just so many luxuries. Like,
Or you can feel from your nipple down.
and exactly, especially the field that I work in.
That's an inside joke, folks. Something we talked about before.
Yes. I forgot that was not on the recording. Yes, y'all. I can feel for my nipples down, thank God. But even to you said the ability to move the body, right? Like I definitely, that's something that I take for granted too. Like just I have patients who would dream to go for a walk, and here I don't even feel like, I'm sitting on the couch after work so it's just like it puts things into perspective.
Sure does. Sure does.
Yeah. So, all right, let's close like this. This was really nice. Started off just one. Now we are getting into, we are breaking it down. Love it. Anyways, what's one question you are living into right now? Meaning, what are you curious to discover about yourself or the world currently?
And I feel like if I say this, they might call my therapist and I might get committed. Skip me.
No, now you have to go.
We gotta hear this now. Say it. Even if we gotta put a blip, blip. Say it. Oh man. What am I curious about? What am I really curious about right now? Just like I cannot say, I got it. You know
Why
what?
you don't want to say it?
You know what?
If you say yours, I'll say mine.
I'll just take the leap of faith and just say it, and hopefully it doesn't come bite my ass. But anyways, what I'm really curious about right now, if my daughter, let's say she was of age where she wants to start dating and things like that, and she comes to me and she tells me, I'm into women, what the fuck would I do? Man, now when we talk about shit that keep people up at night, I'm not going to lie, that keeps me up at night. And she's nowhere close to even start thinking about things like that. But it do keep me up at night because of history. Now for my side, because it takes two to tango. So history from the other party's side. So it's pretty interesting. And beliefs, right? Beliefs. So yeah.
Are you anywhere close to maybe a response or some kind of answer? Yeah.
Fuck no. No, man. No. I like that's why it's keeping me up at night, right? Because I'm like, man, what would the world be if that was not a thing? Okay, no, sorry. It was a thing in the Bible. It's always been. What would the world be if the Democrats were not jamming it down our throats?
Well, no.
Wait,
Don't worry, I'll bleep that part out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, okay. Now let me put this way. I cut that part out. What would the world be if that was not a thing? You know what I mean? If we all just respected the fact that man was man and woman is woman, what would the world be like? Me personally, I'm curious about that. And I'm not saying that they're not anomalies like hermaphrodites and things like that. In my greatest minds of biology, I know that they exist, right? Those are like those anomalies. Now you're going and saying somebody who was born, who will come and smack me, and you tell me I cannot smack them back because they don't know what they are doing, but yet you tell me they know their gender? Okay. At this point in time, we're picking and choosing, right? So I pick and choose. What would the world be without it? That's my pick and choose. A pen down.
Yeah, that's valid. I think even me without kids, it's something that I do think about. That I'm not sure. My instinct would be I would want to still love my kid, right? But I don't know how it would be like if that love is tested in that way. When I think about it, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of scares me a little too. Just, but we stay curious. Hopefully we can find a solution for that.
Yep. And please nobody come shooting at us because we're not taking no jabs at nobody, please. This is just my humble opinion. But I do welcome any comments out there. Please bring it. Never known the power of silence. You will know once you say something directly to me. Anyways. Oh, sorry, Hannah, did you go? Wait, see, you didn't even say I won. Sorry, you didn't say I won. You didn't say I won.
Like,
I didn't say I won. You just hit me. You keep on picking back off of my own.
Me, what I'm curious at this moment about is God. And before people start looking at me like I lost my mind, I think I'm at this place in my life where I'm I'm dabbling about who God is and everything about him. I have so many questions. I feel like everything I know about God, and I've been a Christian for a very long time, but I feel like everything up until recent years I've known about God has not been the truth.
Like what?
You have to break that down for listeners. So
It's that's a whole episode on its own. But right now, recently, I've been very curious about really understanding God, like retraining, like relearning. Let me put it that way. Because a lot of things don't make sense. And if I'm going based off of like I read the Bible before, I've been reading, but there's this new curiosity of I may have been God may have been misrepresented to me. I think that's the best way that I can put it. Or I myself may have misrepresented God to myself. So I am curious to find out if that is actually true, and where's the truth in all of this. What is the spiritual truth, if that makes sense. I was trying without going into a whole lot, but yeah, that's one thing that I am curious about at this moment.
yeah, I mean, most of the folks who say I'm born again, right? Most of the folks who say I'm born again, correct me if I'm wrong, all of them are right where you are right now. They were curious about God, about the word. Something didn't make sense, something didn't click. And they pursued it till it clicked for them, and they just kept going. So hopefully it clicks for you. You know, hopefully. I mean, I know it would. It did before, so I don't see why it wouldn't. You know, yeah, it just takes for the right person, the right discernment to come and descend on you. And then, you know, yeah. Anyways, let me stop.
I'm hoping it clicks too. I'm hoping that I am proven wrong, and my heart is open to learning. And I'm also hoping that I can accept what it is that I find. You know, so
When you say that you're hoping that you're proven wrong about what?
Proven wrong in terms of what sparked this curiosity in the first place.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Just making it clear because I know some fucking nut out there is going to be like, anyways, she's responsible for what she says, not what you understand. So if you don't understand, like me, just ask a question, you know what I'm saying?
And don't come at me, because me and you can go bar for Bible.
We can go Bible for Bible.
Yes, bars for bars. It doesn't matter the version. Before people think I'm not new to this journey, I'm true to it.
Okay, shit, man.
Okay.
I've been a Christian, baptized, speaking in the Holy Ghost and everything. So don't come at me with no scripture when you don't have context. I will cut your ear off like Peter in the Bible. Find something else to play with.
And there's no Jesus to patch it.
Hannah, go ahead.
You have to
I was,
go to the
I
hospital.
was going to a dark place.
You have to go to the hospital.
Bring me back.
That was a good one. That was a good one. All right. I know. The last one. Oh, go ahead. I was going to hit you the last one, but it's not fair to not let you ask that one. So go ahead. What are you curious about?
I think mine's a little bit more self-centered. Mine was more about just how to level up, like what's my next step. Like I'm moving soon. I'm very excited for that, but then kind of just thinking ahead to what's after. I'm grateful for what's next, but just thinking about how to continue expanding financially, spiritually, just all in all the ways.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I think that's selfish.
Because I feel like you guys is what's more about, AK's focusing on his daughter, you're focusing on God, and here like
No,
I get more money.
It's where we're at, right? It's not selfish. And to be honest, if it makes you feel any better, my curiosity is entirely selfish because I want to satisfy some things that I don't understand.
Mhm.
So if that helps you, just because it has God in it doesn't make it any less self-centered. Or so
Yeah.
I mean, if you put it that way, then everybody's curiosity is selfish.
it is. That's the point.
Yeah. So don't downplay your the fuck are we even talking about again? Don't downplay your
Curiosity.
there you go. God damn.
I was like,
Hello.
Holy crap. My brain went boop. It just took a blank. Anyways, don't downplay your curiosity. You know what I mean? Like, there's that thing that we do where we go, I know mine is not, bro. Says who? My opinion is valid in this conversation. So I'm not about to minimize myself so that other people should, sit on top. No. Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts in little groups, then now you're out in public and then you're doing the same thing. So no, let's kill that before the year is over.
Yeah, I actually do think that's one of the greatest forms of care is being curious, because then you're open to searching and learning, right?
Yep.
And growing from that. If it weren't important, it would have been a conclusion already. So
Bam. All right. Yeah, I think we could call it, man. We've been going for a minute. Appreciate you guys for answering these questions. You guys didn't have no business answering them, but you answered it with your full chest, and we're ready for the repercussions, y'all. So hopefully you guys can answer this truthfully, to yourselves, or leave a comment in all social platforms or on YouTube as well. Let's engage. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. These are valid questions that some people do not ask on a day-to-day. So encourage you guys to ask them and see where you're at in life. Take account of your world. So yeah. And anything else you guys would like to add before we jump off this call?
those people who are offering the 100K or the Ivy League degree, please call me. I could use that 100K by the end of the week. So please holler at me.
Oh, wait. To that, let me ask you this, right? To that, let me ask you this before and then I'll let it go. If you had 500K in the bank, would you still take the 100K? No, wait, sorry. If you had $1 million in the bank, would you still take the 100K?
Why would I not?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Of course. Just because I was breathing oxygen at 901 doesn't mean I'm not gonna breathe at 902.
What?
I don't know. For me, it's debatable at that point. If I have that much money already,
No.
I'm not saying I can't use
Give
more.
it to me.
Oh no.
So if you want $10 million, let me add you were not here last week. I was hoping that you were here so that we could kill this thing once and for all, because let's see if it's even. If they gave you $10 million, tax free.
Mm-hmm.
That's free. How much are you giving your best friend? Provided that, let's say that you had a best friend, right? You had a best friend. How much are you giving your best friend if you want $10 million?
I'll probably pay off their house.
Okay. You're not giving them the money, you're doing something for them.
Yes.
Okay.
Because whether I give it to them or I do something for them, the money is going to go towards them doing something for themselves.
Mhm.
So since it's my gift, I call shot. I'll probably pay off their house and probably buy them a car.
Wow.
A new car. I'll ask them, decide, do you want a new car or do you want to pay off? I don't know if they've paid off their car, or you would have the option. Do you want to trade it, get a new car, pay off that one and stick whichever one? But yeah, I mean, it's 10 million. There's plenty to go around.
Okay.
Was it 10 million last week or was it 10K?
10 million.
Oh.
It's 10 million. Because
I
remember,
was like, 10K, you might get a Popeyes out of me for 10K.
I know, that's why I was like, wait, you're gonna pay off their house? I thought it was 10K.
For 10K, you might get a Popeyes.
Okay. Yeah, King K was like, they're not saying squat. He's not giving nothing. He said he ain't giving shit to nobody. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's the best answer from last week, man. This one teacher said, damn. Anyways, thank you guys. Again, if you've gone this far, you're a real one. Greatly appreciate it. Leave your comments in the comment section. You can answer the questions as well. Hopefully you remember the questions, and connect with us on all socials. We're looking for guests to come on. If you have a business that you want to advertise, if you have topics that you want to, come chat with us, shoot us a DM on the social or email us, however you want to reach out to us, do that. You know what I mean? If you're a guy and you think that you cannot reach out to me, no problem. I have beautiful ladies, reach out to them. Slide in their DMs, but just tell them that, you're trying to come on a podcast. That way they would
Or slide in for other reasons. It's okay. As long as it's not perverted.
Let me finish now. I'm coming there.
I just say let me set the market before you forget that part.
Oh no, I was not. That was what I was going to next, because
okay.
I was going to say, you can use that as an excuse, that you're coming to a podcast, but then you do your thing on the side now, guy. You know what I mean? But anyways, how we do now. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.